Hey YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek, and it's my little channel web for all things geeky and cool. And welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to a Funko review and unboxing video. And that's right, guys, we're doing yet another Dungeons & Dragons Funko review and unboxing. We've done dragons before on the channel. We've done super-sized pops before, which is what this comes in here as a 6-inch scale. I had to pull the camera back pretty far to get them all in the frame and the shot here. But this is a really cool pop. Of course, we're talking about Bahamut, the kind of dragon leader or dragon god of the good aligned dragons for Dungeons & Dragons. Eternal nemesis to the five-headed dragon goddess known as Tyakis for Dragonlance, or otherwise known more prominently known as Tiamat, the five-headed dragon goddess. I hope you do enjoy this content. I'm going to click the like button and subscribe. One little click from you means a lot to me, especially getting this content across YouTube for people looking for it can find it. And this guy is really, really cool. This is a Gamestop exclusive. Came in about $25 US. Again, coming in the 6-inch scale. There's a lot of backstory, a lot of history to Bahamut, or another way known as Bahamut. People call the name interchangeably. They call him different names, even Fizbin from Dragonlance history, but I don't want to go too deep in the weeds. Let's just talk about this pop here. And that packaging, Pop Games number 946, the, of course, GameStop symbol, you can see it right here, Bahamut here, and of course the nice shot of artwork of him here. Here is what the side of the packaging would look like. Of course, the other side does say Bahamut, and the back of the packaging showcases the characters that are available in this particular wave. And they do this a lot with a lot of the Dungeons & Dragons pop. We'll have 2 or 3 characters in a side shot right here, and usually a black background with the red D&D logo, and of course the D&D ampersand, you can see it right here, and of course Pop Games. Cool looking pop here. Let's spin around real quick here on the turntable so you can see him in 360, just so you get kind of look of what he's all about. Again, very, very cool pop. Very neat how they made him, again, super size scale, kind of to fit in with, of course, Tiamat, because he is the eternal nemesis to Tiamat. They've been battling head-to-head as far as D&D lore goes. He always opposes the dragon goddess. If you followed anything about Dungeons & Dragons, you understand where I'm coming from. But they're always opposing one another in any game world, in Forgotten Realms, in Dragonlance, Greyhawk, you name it. There's always been the five-headed dragon goddess and Bahamut going against them. Now let's take this character out. The packaging contains a breakdown. Normally I would make a cut, but I'm not going to cut. I'm going to keep shooting as it is. We're just changing it up a little bit here, guys. So let's get the packaging back in so we can have it in the shot. So you can see it right here. Of course, it comes in a clamshell packaging. You can see that right here. And let's get him our card. And it looks really cool. I haven't yet taken off the packaging. He's very squat looking. Again, it looks like they took the Thermocharge mold, I think. That's what I'm thinking they've done. And just kind of squared it down a little bit. But he does look really, get some B-roll shots of him so you can see what he looks like. He does look good. I do like the appearance. There is no articulation on the head. I didn't think there would be. This is basically a staction piece. You can see it here. I love the head sculpt. The head sculpt looks really good. He does have the scales across the entire pop. I'll spin around again real slowly so you can get some good view of it. Look at the head sculpt. We'll kind of pivot it down so you can see from the top-down shot. I thought he'd be bigger. Basically, thinking it in the package, I thought he'd be much thicker, but he's not as thick or as big as I thought it would be when I took him off card. I love the head. The head is the money shot, if you want my personal opinion. I love what they did with the head sculpt. It looks like Bahamut's head sculpt here. In the artwork for Bahamut, for the Monster Manual for Dungeons & Dragons, this is kind of what the head looks like. He always had these big horns. He had these flared kind of points coming off his face on this side and this side. That is what Bahamut's known for. That's his sort of his characteristics. Let's bring a guest in right now as well. I figure I'll bring Tiamat in so you can kind of get some scale between Tiamat and Bahamut. So you can kind of see what they look like side by side or head to head, if you will. It fit well, you know, as far as companion pieces. They both share kind of these hole in the wings on both of them. They have these empty or kind of hole protrusion through the wings for both Tiamat and Bahamut, or Bahamut. They, again, pronounce his name interchangeably. But I think it's a good looking pop. I think it fits on the shelf well. I do like the shine or shimmer to it. I could probably see them making a diamond collection version of this pop, just because he already looks sort of shimmery. It's kind of like a cobalt blue as far as the coloring goes. I do like the yellow eyes. You can see the yellow eyes right there. Again, I've got some B-roll shots of him so you can see what he looks like. But again, looks really well. Fits in rather well with Tiamat. I thought he would be this size. I thought he'd be Thermocharge even thicker, but they kind of scaled it down a little bit. So it might not have taken the full mold off of Thermocharge, but it looks like I might have taken some liberty with him. I do like the tail. It looks like his little point on the tail. I didn't even notice that before. You can see it right there, guys. I don't know if it's one of his attacks, maybe in D&D. The belly looks good as well. You can see the little scaling from the belly. No one's really done a full review of this guy. I've seen some shorts on YouTube, but no one's done a full breakdown and review of this character, and he does look great. I do like The attention to detail, even the kind of the flaring wings on his front legs look good as well. I didn't notice that either. Again, the head sculpt is the money shot to me. I think they did really, really well with that head sculpt. I'm going to get some B-roll shots of them. I'll maybe get a B-roll shot of both Tiamat and Bahamut next to side by side with one another. But they do look good. I can see them sitting on the shelf as a sort of dichotomy pieces going head to head. I think it looks really, really good what they've done here. It looks well done. I was going to really hammer Funko for taking the entire Thermachod and just retooling it and just making this dragon, but I want to put my foot in my mouth because I was going to think going one direction. It's now not the direction I was going to go into, because I think they might have taken the Thermachod parts of him and just retooled him to build this dragon. I think he does look really, really good. Is he worth $25? Sort of a final thoughts, if you will. Is he worth $25? I think he is. I thought this would be again, you look at Tiamat at $25, this is a convention exclusive version of her, and she's a weighty figure. She's a lot of mass to her. Bahamut here, not so much. Again, he is a GameStop exclusive, but there's not as much mass or plastic or vinyl, if you will, than to the Tiamat figure. Again, side by side on a shelf, they fit really well. So if you want a personal opinion, if you're a fan of Dungeons and Dragons, but I can see them making more of the good dragons. We don't see, gold, silver dragons, bronze, brass dragons. You don't see any of those dragons. You usually see the chromatic colors, your blues, your reds, your greens, but you don't really see the other ones. That's what they're known as. These known as chromatic when you talk about the bad dragons here. But I think they should make more dragons. People like dragons. That's why they like Dungeons and Dragons so much. But again, if you're a fan of D&D, if you're a fan of this hobby, if you're a fan of, let's say, dragons at themselves, this definitely, I think, is a good figure. I think the other thing I probably would have changed is maybe had him on all fours instead of crouching back, sort of like he's sitting on his haunches, sort of like Tiamat is here. If he was on all fours, I think that might have been a better pose to put it in. So I do hope you like my video breakdown of Bahamut Pop number 946. Remember to click the like button bottom of the page, click that all important subscribe button picture of my face. When you subscribe to the channel, click the bell, comment over the latest videos. Of course, last but not least, guys, click windows here and here to watch more of my content. Take care, guys. See you next video, and bye-bye.